Hey, what's going on? It's Jaycen from JaycenMiller.com, and this is the 5th episode of the Tell Jaycen Screencast. And today we're going to take a look at local news, non-conformity, and Dillon Cooper. Alright, so let's get right into it. Like usual, we're going to take a look at Lokeel, Lokeel.com, and what it is it's a site where you can find the local news anywhere in the world, and you can actually click it on the map. It goes by location. So I want to give an example. So if we wanted to look at what was going on in Toronto, a map will show up, and the blue dot is showing where Toronto is, yada yada yada. But all these green dots here, these are where people have posted news. So if we were to click over here around the Regent Park area, we'll have relevant news for Regent Park. So there's 3 different articles that come up on this list. And if you were to click on this, it would take us to the actual site where the article is. So this is great for if anybody does reporting or any news articles and want to find current news. If there was like a traffic jam somewhere, you would be able to click on it and see exactly what's going on. We click over here. There's another news article. You can read it, what's going on. And this is just somebody posting about a class registration. So it's very powerful because it's anybody can add to it. Alright? So this is a great site. This is new. It's from a guy from Toronto that created it. And I think it's a great idea for local news. As you can see, he's got his Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube links up at the top here. And it also explains how to use it. You can log in, and it tells you about it. So definitely check this out. It's a great tool. I believe it's probably close to one of the future of news, of how we're going to find our news that's relevant to where we're looking for. And you can see what he's doing on Twitter is he's actually posting some of the news that is actually listed on the site, like the one that we just checked out, like the one that we just checked out in Toronto. He's got it listed here about the downtown Toronto condo for $380K, and does it exist? And you click on the link, and it takes you exactly to where that article was posted. Alright, so this is excellent. He's doing a great job. Now I'm not sure if he has certain people already posting to the site different news things, if he has selected people posting content to the site. However, I would be looking for more people that do provide news. So any editors and reporters, any writers for any of the publications, I'd be going on their feeds. I'd be checking all the different news sites and adding more content to the Lokeel site, and which would then give you more content to post onto Twitter and to share to get your site out. So people know that this is a great place to find local news that's relevant to them. All right, take a look at their Facebook. Sharing news. They're a news company, so sharing great things, and it's like it's not a sell. They're not trying to sell you anything. So he's doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing on Facebook. He's sharing news, and it's all linking back to his website, which is perfect. What I definitely have in place is a digital marketing campaign, and you can definitely do this by the city, by the state, however you want, but advertise recent news to people's news feeds for that city. So if you're targeting people in Toronto and you want people to be more aware of your local news site, this is definitely where you want to post relevant recent news to people's news feed, and they'll see it and they're like, oh wow, I never knew this was going on, or oh, I heard about this, yada yada yada. They'll click on it and they'll be taken to your site, and they'll see, wow, this is a pretty cool site to discover my local news, exactly what you want. And because it's relevant to their city, it's not going to look like an advertisement. Alright? This is just a way to reach more people with the content that you provide. the solution you have for people to find news. So this would be a great strategy. I'd have advertisements running consistently, if not always, because news never dies. Next, we're going to take a look at Chris Guillebeau's blog, the author of $100 Startup and The Art of Non-Conformity. Now, I've never read either of these books. However, I've seen the $100 Startup many times in the bookstore, and I just never ended up grabbing it. However, after reading about it, I read about it, I looked over his blog. It's definitely one of those books that I would definitely recommend for anybody that's know that they're sick of the 9-to-5 job and they want to do something for themselves that they enjoy. And I believe more and more people are realizing this. This is a great book to have. These are a couple of books that I would definitely recommend for high school students, for sure. Because you got to make a big decision. You go to university, you're going to college, make a decision. What do you want to do with the rest of your life? This is the time where you need to figure out what you do want to do. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the path that everybody expects you to take. And this is the time for you to experiment. When you're in high school, it's definitely the time for you to experiment, play around with things, figure out what you like, figure out what you don't like, figure out what you want. And of course, what you want at this moment now may not necessarily be what you want 5 years from now. But at least you'll be that much farther ahead of knowing what you want and what you don't want in your life. I wish when I was in high school, I was aware of all of these kinds of books and aware of that there is another way to do things rather than the traditional sense of go to school, go to university, and get a good job. Because you know what? I went to college and nothing panned out. But the reason why it didn't pan out is because, you know what? That's not what I wanted. I had an idea of what I wanted, but I had no way of seeing that being possible to accomplish. So as you can see, he's written a few books here. He's got contacts, he's got events, he's got a store, he's got an about page, and he has a blog. All right, and then when you scroll down to the bottom, of course, he's on social media. He's got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Okay, and he's been around since 2008 blogging, at least on his website here. All right, so he's been doing it a while. He's definitely reputable. His Twitter page, he's got over 130,000 people following him, sharing his own content. He's being social with people, connecting with different people, posting pictures. He's doing exactly what he needs to be doing on Twitter. I hope you're doing the same. All right, we'll check out his Facebook. Boom, over 76,000 likes, sharing content again, pictures, and you'll notice the same thing that you see posted here on Facebook, he had posted on Twitter. So it's not like you need to make different content for every platform. If the content that you have works on the platform, then you can use that. If it doesn't, then repurpose that same content to fit the social media platform that you're trying to post content to. For those that are still in the midst of reaching more people and building your audience, as an author, using Facebook advertising would definitely help you. LinkedIn, you want to target the people that are reading other authors that are providing similar content to yours. If you think you have a book that's on the same basis as something like Tim Ferriss, then you want to target Tim Ferriss fans and target them consistently. And if people go to research you and you have no Twitter, no Instagram, no website, or nowhere else for people to really see who you are, the odds of them liking you is slim to none, okay? People want to buy a book from somebody that they feel that they can relate to. Just because you say that your book does this and that, it's not really as compelling as if we're interested and then they wanted to look into you more and then they couldn't find you. All right, then it kind of stops there. So if you're consistently putting out ads and content through Facebook, through LinkedIn, over Twitter, this is what will make people realize, okay, this guy's the real deal. Like, he's got great content. I believe that he knows what he's talking about. He's not just an author that wrote this book and expect me to follow along when he hasn't succeeded in what he was doing. He actually practices what he preaches. They want to be able to understand who you are, why you even bothered writing the book, why are you sharing your experiences, and what experiences do you have to vouch for the reason that you wrote the book in the first place, right? If I were to write a book about dog ownership, which I've never owned a dog in my life before, what right do I have to talk about dog ownership if I've never done it? People want to know about you, they want to look into you, and then they will decide if that is the book that they want to read, if they want to take the knowledge that you're imparting on them from your book. They want to trust you, okay? Okay, so next, I'm going to take a look at an artist. I believe he says he's from Gotham City. We're going to talk about Dillon Cooper. This guy, really talented artist. Just found out about him. I was reading about him on complex.com. And he's like listed as one of the next artists to look out for. So I wanted to check him out to see what he's doing online. How did he get to where he is right now? Okay, so he's got a great website. He's got actually two websites. He has Cooper Tuesdays, where I believe it's just a site where every Tuesday he releases some new type of music content. Awesome. Great. He's got the hashtag in there, Cooper Tuesdays. So I'm sure he's sharing that with people on Twitter. Again, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and SoundCloud. What every artist should be doing right now. But they're not. Most of them don't even have a website. Most of them are continuing to spam people in different Facebook groups saying, check my mixtape, listen to this, listen to my beat, check this, check that. And it's quite annoying. You get the odd clicks here and there, but it's not very effective at all. All right, so that's Cooper Tuesday. Awesome. But then his actual website, he's got tour dates, he's got a store, not open yet, tour dates, so he's performing all over the states. He's got his contact and booking information, news. He's got a spot for media, so music, photos, videos. Great website. Absolutely love it. Check out photos. Boom. So this guy's got a great website. Artists, this is what you should be doing. You should have a website as well. Just a main hub, somewhere where all of your contact info is, where they can find photos, where they can find your music, they can find your videos, etc. Right? So let's check out his Twitter. So he's got over 12,000 followers, and he shares his content, he interacts with people, he's social. You'll continue to see this with every artist that I look at on this show. They're all social. They've all got websites. They're all doing well for themselves. They're building their own personal brand, period. Whether they have music to distribute, whether it's a book, whether it's a product, whether it's a service, they're building their brand online, because this is the way we can reach millions of people. The potential is there. It's up to you to put in the work. You need to have content to share with people. If we take a look at his Facebook page, boom. Head to DillonCooper.com for more info. He's sharing website. He's sharing his tour information. Follow me on Instagram. He's doing great. Like, this is just excellent. Just excellent content. New year, a new chapter in full. So he's letting you into his world, letting you see who he is. And this is what works. This is why he's doing so well. There's artists that you may not like. You don't like the way they make their music. However, they have a huge audience and loyal fans that love interacting with him. They like his content. It doesn't matter if you're the best rapper or the worst rapper. You're the best guitar player or you're a kind of shitty guitar player. If you're continuing to put out your content that people do enjoy, whether it's because you're funny, whether it's just because because you stand for something, people respect that. When you know you're meant to do something, you're going to continue to do it, regardless of the comments, regardless of how many people are trying to troll you and just talk shit about you. It doesn't matter. When you're in your zone, you're in your zone. You're going to continue to pump out the content. You're going to grow as a person. You're going to get better at whatever it is you're doing. So the more you keep on being consistent with the content that you're putting out, the more people are going to look. The more people are going to watch. The more people are going to listen. They're going to continue to support you because they see you believe so strongly in yourself. All right? Again, as an artist, new music, not too many people have heard of you. Like, you want to be bigger than what you are now. You need a digital marketing strategy so you can reach more of the people that already have a vested interest in you. If you have an audience and they love you, you want to find more people like them. You want to reach more people like them. It's a numbers game. So the more targeted people you reach, the more likely you'll keep more of them as part of your audience, the more fans you'll have, which will in turn mean more downloads, more streams, more purchases, more show dates. It's a benefit altogether. If you're adding content, people enjoy, you're improving, people are watching you grow pretty much. You see how big reality TV shows, you're pretty much making your own reality show online. Even if it's not all video, you're making pretty much a reality of content. And people are watching you grow. They're watching what you're doing. They're seeing you progressing. All right? So this is what you need to be doing. I hope you enjoy this show. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's top right. Click the button. I'd really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.